Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. Now this is a package of Mylar that I ordered from Amazon, and let me show you the label. It's called blank stencil sheets. Now there are 10 sheets in this package, and it is described as Mylar, 7mm Mylar. Okay, and it's clear. So I thought these would be an alternate to the plastic dividers. And the Tyvek that I had just made, here, let me show you. I was not too thrilled with the Tyvek because it's too flimsy. And let me show you. This is 7mm, so it's very sturdy. In fact, I think it's thicker than the plastic divider. And I think these would make very nice stencils. Now the only disadvantage with these is that they are transparent, they're clear, so it's hard to see. So I might be able to solve that problem by marking it with a Sharpie. I'm going to cut this into 4 sections or quadrants and mark each quadrant with a circular shape. Okay, and then for each circular shape I will put an indentation like a letter C, or they will look like horseshoes. So now even when I'm cutting with a pair of scissors, it's very sturdy. Okay, now I like these little indentations. They come in handy as fillers. So here's the shape. It's like a letter C or a horseshoe. And that will be my theme today. I'm going to save the outer layers as well. I think these will hold up to the brayer because they're pretty stiff. They're very strong. So I'm always interested in new shapes. Although I have maybe more than 100 stencils by now, I still like to experiment with new shapes and mix and match them. Okay. Now I'm using a pair of scissors because I think it's much safer than using the razor blade. I think it would be a little difficult to use the razor blade on these because they're very thick. In fact, I think these are the thickest stencils that I've used. Okay, so I've cut my first sheet. Now I'm just going to start with one sheet. I have 10 sheets in this package, and I think I paid $8.90 for the whole package of 10, which makes them 89 cents a piece. So that's not so bad. I do insist on using affordable materials and not going crazy with the expenses. So you will see this more clearly once I arrange it on the plate. So on to the next step. Okay, this time I'm going to divide this. This is 12 inch by 12 inch. I will divide it roughly into 6 parts. So the shapes will have more of an elongated form. Okay. Now this time I'm not going to put any indentations. These are just oval shapes. Okay. So now I think I have enough to work with. So I will put these aside and then put my printing bed back on the table. Yeah, they're really hard to see because they're clear. I got so used to the other kind, which are different colors. I'll make do. Okay, I'm going to start out by doing a first layer of circles. Okay, that's it for the first layer of black lines. These are broken curved lines. Now my first layer will be unbleached titanium. Just making sure I don't put too much. So I'm making this as even, as thin as possible, because I want the black circular lines to transfer as much as possible. Now usually when I do this, the first layer, sometimes it doesn't transfer all the way, but I'm trying to get as much of it as possible. So I will be using my new Blick watercolor paper, which is very sturdy. And I'm going to apply quite a bit of pressure on it because I want to pick up the first layer of black lines. Okay, I will leave this for about 5 minutes. Okay, let's see what we got. I think this is a very good transfer. In fact, I think this is as good as it gets. I don't see anything left behind on the plate. Okay, very cool. So that is my first layer. And then my intention here is to start building up from a light color, which is this unbleached titanium, gradually increasing the value, making it darker or more vibrant. I don't know yet exactly which colors, but that's the general trend, is to start light and then get darker and darker. So I will air dry this and I will be right back. Okay, I've arranged my new Mylar stencils. I think you can see them on camera. They have this very glossy surface. I will use my acrylic deep yellow for the top part. And then chrome orange for the bottom part. Okay, I hope I didn't put too much. It's very easy to put too much paint. So I'm going to start with the yellow. And generally the acrylic is fairly transparent because it has a lot of extenders on it. So I think this will work well with the light background. And I want the black lines to show up. I'm going to offload my brayer. It does make interesting marks. So I think the paper that I'm offloading to will make good collage material. Okay. glad I have a lot of these plastic trays from the supermarket. Yep, these are clearly more sturdy than the plastic dividers. Sometimes when I am pulling the dividers, I'm afraid that I'll tear them because they are really stuck on the plate. Okay, I think I have them all. Make sure my fingers are clean. And here is the first print with the circular lines. Okay, and I'm hoping the registration will be accurate. See, even if this is a very elaborate registration bed, thanks to very kind viewer, Mr. K, sometimes I don't put the paper down properly, so it's a little off. So there's still a possibility of, I call it driver error. So it's important to pay attention when you're laying down the paper. Okay, so leave this for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 7 minutes actually. I hope this doesn't tear on me. I don't think it will. Picked up almost everything. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? Now it tends to blot here on the edges. Sometimes when I put too much paint, it goes over the edge of the plate. So next time I'm going to run a wet rag around the edges just to keep the edges neat. So I get to air dry this and then figure out the next step. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try an oil resist and use my watered down Arctic and see if I can do an overall texture. No, the oil is part of the plate itself. I did not apply any oil prior to this, but I do recommend, if you want to put your plate away or if you want to clean it, you clean it first with some warm soapy water and then you follow up with some baby oil and put a good deal on it, and then the oil will get absorbed and it will improve the condition of the plate. Now I'm combining some of my older stencils. Just to create some open areas with the oil resist. Originally I wanted to do an overall texture, but I changed my mind as usual. Okay, so here is my print with the second layer, the yellow and red. Now I'm going to overlap it with this kind of lacy effect with the watered down Lucas Arctic, and see what the effect will be. So I just wanted to create a little more depth by adding layers and some contrast of dark and light. I will probably keep adding until I reach a really dark color, like something like burnt sienna or phthalo blue. Let's see what we have. Yep, it does make a difference. I like those texture marks. They look like brush marks. Well, they are brush marks. And they just add some character. Okay, so this gets air dried again, and I will proceed to the next step. Okay, I'm back, and I set up these stencils to do the third layer. I'm going to try some metallic copper. It's one of my favorite colors. I'll do a combination of metallic copper, and for contrast I'm going to do indigo blue on the top and bottom. So it'll be an interesting combination. I think this is clogged up. Sometimes these nozzles tend to clog. I'm just going to dip my brush. Well, I was intending to brush it on anyway. Okay, I'm going to combine that brushing effect with maybe I will use a brayer just to level out the high spots. Okay. Just to be on the safe side, I will clean off the edges. Okay. Make sure my fingers are clean. So here is the print with the third layer. So actually this is layer number 4. And since this is on very heavily, I won't need to leave the paper on too long. I think the indigo gives a lot of contrast. Pretty cool. So I will air dry this, and then I think I can capture this ghost print. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's see what we got here. It's very interesting. Actually picked up everything. It's very cool. I like this a lot. I don't think it needs anything else. And the image is very subtle. It's very soft. And I'll show you the extreme close-up later when everything is dry. So back in a few minutes. Okay, I'll be very honest. I am not too crazy about the first print, the one with the indigo. I think it still needs something. I'm going to try some Amsterdam deep gold. Maybe that will pick things up. And I've rearranged again the Mylar stencils. And maybe it will work. Maybe it will improve the appearance. Because I know in the past, whenever I use a metallic paint, it changes the character of the print. It makes it look very special. But there's something about the gleam of metallic paint. Okay, I'm just trying to get the high spots and flatten them out. It's very different when you use a brush than when you use a brayer. They're totally different textures. They each have their own good points. Okay. I really like these Mylar pieces because they are very thick. And another thing is they really wash out very well. Much better than the plastic dividers. Maybe because they have a very glossy finish. So they come clean much easier. And I like that. Okay, let's give this another try. So here is the piece. Because I would not be honest if I pretend to like something that I really am not crazy about. If I'm not very keen on something, I will say so. Okay. Hopefully this will fix things. I think it did. The final layer is very transparent, but it's also very shiny. And I think that did the trick. cool. So I'm going to air dry this and then recap. Okay, let's see what we got. Very interesting. Very cool. This is one of the few times that I have produced a very dark print, but I like it. It's very strong graphically, And the colors are very powerful. So cool. So now I can clean up. Okay, everybody, this is my favorite part of this video, where I get to show you the finished pieces. So this is the first print, and I really like the final layer that has the gold on it. Here's a close-up. I think the metallic gold really picks up and ties everything together. Now, if you notice how the metallic shine, it changes with the light. So that's print number 1. Here is the ghost print. Has a very subtle quality about it. Here's a close-up. It also has that metallic shine, but this is copper. This has more of a watercolor type effect on it. Now I just noticed this texture here looks almost like dappled sunlight. And that's purely accidental. So that is the ghost print number 2. Now here is the last one. Now this almost looks like oil painting. It actually has a satiny gloss to it. As you can see, the texture of the paint is heavy on the paper. I hope you like this video. Please like, share with your friends, and thank you so much for all those who are giving me their support via PayPal. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.